the week ahead. This broadcast is coming to you from the west entrance to Glacier National Park and some absolutely beautiful weather. I wish I could say the same for the markets. I did follow the markets as I came across country. I think the most important thing for you to be aware of is that you're going to read that the market was a strong month. And that is correct. It's the strongest month of the year. But focus on the last 3 weeks. If you look at the weekly bar for the ES, you will see that the market just went flat for the last 3 weeks, with last week being an inside bar. What that means is that the market has come into what I call balance within balance. In other words, the three weeks are in balance, but then with last week's being an inside bar, brings you an even tighter balance. Balanced trading guidelines are really what you need to focus on. The market continues to have tremendous number of random announcements. You know, the president made one again last night around the close. And it really makes it very difficult to be a short-term trader. But stay with this for the balance. You've got two. First, you've got the inside week from last week. So your first move is if you start to get a move out of that week, then you're looking at the high of the 3-week balance for your next reference. And it's no more complicated than that. I think that you want to be aware that you can get some non-settling news or unsettling news, I think, at any time. The budget is going to be talked about quite a bit. The downgrade by the third rating agency puts additional pressure on the deficit. And clearly, as there's more talk goes on about the current spending bill, it doesn't reduce the deficit, it increases by 4.7 billion, if I remember the last number. That could spark some negative comments or some negative action. It's important not to let that influence you as a short-term trader. As a short-term daytime frame trader, you have to go with what the market is giving you. But you want to be always aware that that momentum could shift from this balance very quickly. Not a very exciting report, but keep in mind the balance in mind and have a great week.